Hey YouTube, it's Ryan. As you can see by how I'm dressed, we're going to be working outside in the sun all day. I hope to not get melanoma all over my face and arms when I'm 57 like my ancestors did. So I'm covered up best I can, and today we're going to be starting up water on a wheat field that I just took on a few months ago. So this farm was offered to me back the end of November. I was able to take it on that first week of December and get wheat sowed before the deadline. It was a fairly younger operator that has decided to transition to more custom harvesting and less farming. As far as the quality of this place, it is by far the best that I've taken on. When you factor in the soil health, the amount of weed pressure, the condition of the irrigation wells, the condition of the underground line. If you rated it from 1 to 10, I would probably rate this place at a 9 or a 10. Whereas if I have any young beginning farmers that are viewers of my channel, they know and agree with this. As a young operator starting out, often you either have two choices. You either take on land from an older guy that's on his way out, and if that's the case, there could be some things that aren't properly maintained like they should, or you take on land from an operation that is maybe under some sort of financial stress or pressure and just doesn't have the resources to maintain everything like they would like. The majority of places I've taken on, if I were to rate on that same scale, I would put it a 6 or a 7, and I've even had a few offered to me that I didn't take that I would put it maybe a 3 or a 4. So I'm very, very fortunate to have this place, and I have a lot of hopes for it going forward. This place is about 3 miles southeast of Monday, and if I have any viewers that are familiar of the history of this area, the region I'm in was a very large vegetable growing area back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. A lot of watermelon, cantaloupe, onions, and potatoes were grown in this area I'm at. I don't have any other places within 2 or 3 miles from here to compare to, but from everything I've been told, there's still a lot of excellent water within a mile of where I'm sitting at. And we're fixing to crank this one up and see just how much we still have here. Would also like to note that this place was one of the last, if not the last farm to produce potatoes in Monday in the early 90s. So far so good. The first well out of the 3 cranked up as it should, and I'm going to go ahead and poke some holes behind me so that I don't build too much pressure and blow the line. So I was able to poke 11 holes before my pipe went fairly flat. That's pretty normal out of one well. I'm going to circle around and turn the other 2 on and see how much we get out of it overall. So I've got one well I have to go back and work on. The glass was busted on it, but out of the second one, I got 20 more holes. That is outstanding out of one well. I can't wait to see what the third one holds. Should have videoed some of this, but just put the brand new glass on this one. So now we will go back to the pipe. I wanted to say that the majority of farms that I have around Gorey are a much sandier soil than this. So when I water them, and I'll show this in other videos, I have to put one of these tubes down each row instead of just an open hole, or else the bed you see on both sides here will be completely washed out. But this is what I would call like a 50-50 sand and clay mix. So I'm going to try it flowing like this and see if it works, because that's a lot easier. So the finished product is 46 rows. If it works out good and gets out at that rate, we got the rest of this, 2 more blocks on the other side. It's gonna take about 8 days to water it all. So that's all I have for today. Y'all have a good one.